Hello and welcome. I'm Rognvald, the Power Work Builder. Happy New Year's 2025. So today we're gonna work on Pack 25 of the Dodge Charger. Now I'm still waiting on Pack 23 of the Dodge Charger. I went on eBay and I bought packs 24 and 25 off of eBay. I did spend more money, buying them off of eBay. But Fanhome doesn't want to uphold their obligation to catch the car up on, where I should be. I should have the right door done and I should have both fenders done. I should be, and I do have part of Pack 26, so, this is where I should be. I should be just getting ready to receive package 26. But package 23 hit a delay. No surprise. So anyway, so I'm waiting on 23 to finish the driver's door. And I'm also waiting on 23 to finish the passenger's door. This is all part of 24. What I've got completed here. So I just need 23 so I can get the skin, and then I'll have a completed door. And we have one pack left from stage 24 that I didn't do anything with because all it was just these little black hinges that go on the body. The rest of it belongs to Pack 25 when we do the fenders. So what we're going to do is start out with Pack 25, stage 95. And yeah, I'm going to have to get the car down from its little garage there. So, as you can see, we've got the left wing. That's how I guess that's how they say it in English. We say fender, but they say wing. And then we're taking the parts from 94 and adding them into the fender. And then we're putting that fender on the car. Now, this is all you get in 95, is one wing. But yet, there's your parts, there's your markers and whatnot in 94. The package is big enough. To me, this package is big enough that, you could somehow put those markers in this package. Maybe just put them in like a, little, put them in one of these little little baggies, and then just put them in there. That's just my opinion. What do I know? Anyhow, we are going to assemble this fender, the markers on it. So we're going to open up 94 that we had from last pack. We'll just set those off to the side because we won't need those right now. And I was trying to see if there was maybe a way to, add a light, marker light to these. But I'm not really sure. I guess I'll have to just get them on the car and then figure out if I can do that. So we want to take our bracket, which really doesn't matter which one we put on there, because looks like they're all the same. Let's see, I got that upside down. I want to lay that. Yeah, lay that in there like that. Just trying to make sure I got that in the right way. Okay. And the amber lens doesn't really matter either. It does have a little tab that that has to point toward the top. But then the holding bracket does have an L and R on it. So you want to make sure that you're using the right bracket for that. And then we'll get some CM screws to hold that piece on. I mean, you might be able to put a light in there. I'm not sure. But there you go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to skip ahead to 96, and I'm going to do the same thing. So that way I don't lose the parts for 96. So we're just gonna repeat the process. And I'll just get this 1 cm screw out of here. And let's see, then we gotta find some more CM screws. Alright, and there's our right fender done. So then, so like I said, here's 96. I mean, you can see we're basically just doing the same thing. And we're even adding the same screws. So 95 and 96 are the same. So we just need our FM screws. And we need our car. Yeah, let's see. Now, I think I'm just gonna have to swing the whole thing out here. The roll cage kind of gets in the way of the car. All right. So then we'll put this like that. And then, see, that's that wing. This is this wing. So you just kind of line up the holes. Whoops. So get one in here. That way it'll kind of hold that. And then I'll put one in the front. And so you're basically putting one there, one down here. You put three right across the bottom, and then one right there. Yeah, three crossed, and then one on top, and that's it. And that secures the fender into place. Let's see if I could turn this around. And maybe I can get a little bit more torque on it. Make sure those are nice and tight. All right. Well, that's one fender on there. All nice and buttoned down. Now we'll turn this over and we'll get the other fender on there. There we go. Okay. Let that kind of fall over on itself. All right. So it's kind of hard to see, but right where my finger's at, there's a screw there, a screw up here, one there, and one right there. And There we have one completed side of the car. Now, if I had the Pack 23, obviously we would have this side of the car as well, because we'd have the, the other door on there. But, oh, sorry about that, peeps. Oh. Sorry about that. Didn't mean for that to fall over on you. But, yeah, so we're just waiting on Pack 23. So that way we can finish our door and then put it on here. I'm just trying to see if they'd even fit on here right now, just the way it is. Yeah, don't think it's gonna quite. Yeah, I guess it does kind of stay on there. Yeah, it kind of sits on there. I mean, it's just the inner frame, so there's nothing to really, keep it from falling off. Okay, so we're done with 90, 95, and 96. So then we'll move on. Oh, you know what I should have done, though? I should have done, I think I should have done 94 first. Yeah, yeah. I kind of screwed up a little bit. Well, I'll fix it later. These little pieces were supposed to be put on the car, like right there, before I put the fenders on. So I kind of forgot about that part. Oh well. We'll move on. I'll come back to that. Well, I suppose I gotta come back to it right now because the next step that it wants me to do involves those pieces. So I have to undo what I just did so I can get those pieces on there. As Lovely World of Wayne would say, I make mistakes so you don't have to. You know, that might just be enough. Yeah, I think that's going to be just enough clearance. I don't Don't have to take the fender completely off. Just have to loosen it enough to get some AM screws in there. There we go. Let's see. Left side. Because there's a radiator cowl that attaches to these. And I have to have these in place in order to put that cowling in place. There we go. I'll just flip this back up and I'll put my 3 screws back in. Alright. Now just flip this over and we'll do the other side of the car. I wonder if this car is actually going to go back together for storage purpose nicely. Because I know every time I try to put the night car together, the fenders right here rub right against the side of the car, and it makes it very difficult to get those, get it to slide down for storage purpose. I mean, it takes a little bit of work, and it does go on there, but you really got to fuss with it to get it on there. All right. So then we'll flip this back up on its side here, and we'll get our 3 screws back in. And then we can move on to our next pack. All right, there we go. So now we'll move on to 97. Try to get this thing open. All right. So here's our parts list for 97. So we're putting the wipers together, and then we're putting that hood mount thing on. And that's all we're doing in this stage. So we'll have a couple pieces left over. Like always, they give you parts that you're not even going to do anything with, which is typical. 97H. Right wiper. 97F is left wiper. So well, that's really beautiful. They tell you 97H and 97F, but yet they don't tell you, they don't indicate which one is which. I mean, they're in the tray right here, but they don't say, they don't say which one is which. I mean, they use the part numbers, but they don't tell you which one goes where. Which would have been nice if they would just, indicated that when they had them in the tray. Okay, there's one wiper made. It's not real easy to slide these things in there. Okay, there's the other one. Now, I think they go on here like this. So I think the blade goes up. Because it does have a curve on it. I feel like that's supposed to go in further. There it goes. Of course, now it doesn't sit against the window because it popped in too far, which is kind of dumb. And that one sits just fine. This one, that one's just being a little retarded. Yeah, that's a little better. I just kind of bent the arm a little bit in. So that way it kind of sits in a little bit more. Still a little bit retarded, sticking out, but I mean, it's not gonna clean the windshield very well if you had to use it. Yeah, there. I'm not gonna mess with it anymore because if I mess with it anymore, it'll probably break. But it's sitting about as close as it's gonna get to the windshield. Like I said, if I mess with that anymore, I'll probably break it. And I don't want to do that. So we'll move on to the next piece, which is our cowl piece for the hood. But before we do that, we want to, where we put it on the car, we want to put two CM screws in our hood pins. Let me see what I can do. I gotta figure out some way of holding on to this. So I can turn the screw. And it does look like it almost has kind of a direction that it's supposed to sit in there. There we go. In there nice and tight. So we'll get our other CM screw and we'll try to get our other one in there nice and tight. There we go. And then, like I said, that'll just sit on here. That'll sit just like that on the front. And we'll put 4 RM screws in that. So I need to find my RM screws. Probably the screws I dropped on the ground. Well, let's just see. Oh, wait. What am I doing? I'm not being very smart. The RM screws are right over here. They're right in the tray next to me. All right, there's the RM screws in there. And then, can I give you a little preview? Whoops. Provided the hood wants to cooperate with me. There you go, and then got the little hood pins there. If they don't supply little latches to hold it down, I might find my own. If Fan Home doesn't provide them. So that was that issue. So in this issue, we get the trunk lid, but we won't do anything with it because we're going back to issue 1 or issue 2 to finish off the hood. Why wait till 98 to finish off the hood? Why couldn't we have just done this in part 1 or 2, whichever one was the hood issue? I think that's kind of stupid. We got some little trim. We got the rest of the stuff for the hood. And yet, when we got the hood, we got this piece and we got the metal piece. And now we're going back and adding 4 pieces to it to finish it off. Kind of stupid if you ask me, but nobody asked me. So, because one part of that we have to do is we have to separate this. They told us to put this together, but we have to separate it to put the latch in, which I think is stupid. Again, they should have just had us do this when we were first started, and then that way we wouldn't have to take things apart. So we need this piece We need some MP screws. So put our latch in place. So the latch goes rough side in. And then this goes back on here. Okay, did I? Oh, maybe that's not a screw hole. Oh no, yeah, never mind. This goes here. I misplaced my little stubby screwdriver that I like. I had it laying here somewhere. I just don't know where it went to. Uh, so there we go. We did all that rework just for a hood latch. I mean, if they didn't give you this until now, okay, no big deal. But they should have gave you that hood latch at least in episode 1 or 2. So that way you could at least put that in without having to take everything apart just to put it in. You know, the other little thing that bothers me is, you do a driver's side door, but they don't put it all in one issue. They put, because like the driver's side door on the car, I mean, I put it together, but I don't have the glass or the motor on the driver's side, and I won't have that until 23. But yet I did most of the door in 22. It is what it is, I guess. It's just stupid way a part works. All right. So, need 2 more of my MP screws. Now I'm going to put these little clear plastic things in. Which I think would be like maybe the blinkers, I don't know. They have a little tab on one side, so it kind of makes it easy to figure out which way to put them in. So that was the right side. That's the left side. Oh, I lost one. I was trying to hold on to both of them. That one slipped out. All right, and that's it. That's all we do. Don't even do anything with this piece, the trunk lid. Doesn't tell you how to put the hinges on or anything. It just says, here's the parts. Chuck it in your to-do list later bin, because you're not doing anything with it. So I'm just curious, seeing that I have one issue from Pack 26. I'm just curious what we're doing here in 26. Oh, it looks like we're building the trunk hinges. So 2 of the parts from that issue are part of the trunk. And then we're putting the trunk on the car. So you know what I'm going to do? Just because I feel like doing it. I'm going to include Pack 26, issue 99 into this video. And we're going to build the trunk lid and attach it to the car. So, like I said, this is Pack 26, but it's the continuation of Pack 25, issue 98. So you're gonna get a bonus episode in this one. So, and then when I do actually come to, Pack 26, well, then there'll only be three issues to do. Then it'll only be a 3-issue build. But I mean, we're getting close to the end of this car. I mean, like I said, this is 99. So we have 100, 101, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We got 11 issues left. So we're almost done with this car. And we're almost done with the Knight Rider car too. But the Knight Rider car finally hit a snag. I think it was issue 26. It's delayed. Don't know when I'll get it, but I finally hit a snag with that car. I thought I was gonna make all 110 stages without a problem with that one, but it's all gravy. So all right, well, we'll put the hood set the hood up there on the back hinges for the hood. And now we'll focus on the trunk lid. So that means I gotta reach down here and pick up our car. We'll just kind of prop our car up there. Make it look like it's doing an Evel Knievel wheelie on its trunk lid. So alright, so we got the left side. You'll see there, I don't know if you can really see that or not. Right about where the kind of the shadow is. Right where that. Right about there. There's an L on it. And the other one has an R on it. And we got an L bracket and an R bracket. This little guy's got an R on it, and this little guy's got an L. So one spring, one spring. And I'm not sure what that is. Boot lock housing. Okay, so it's the housing mechanism for the locking the hood or the boot. Which you don't do anything with until issue 100. So this little doodad, you got to make safe until issue 100. And, okay, so we do need these rings. So, put 2 rings over here, and we'll put 2 rings over here, and I think that leaves a spare ring. Okay, so this is our right hinge. So we'll put 1 ring on here, and then we'll put a spring, and then we'll put our other round thingamajig on there. I gotta figure out what I did with the screws. Here they are. And then I'll need 1 IM screw. I don't know what this. Yeah, I'll figure out what that piece is for. But then this has to all go together like that. Okay. So once you get the right side done, it'll look just like that. You have a washer, a spring, a washer, and then that. So that's your right side. And now we'll just build our left side the same way. There you go. So that's our two spring sides. Now we'll lay the car down. And see, that's the left side. So we'll get this one, which is our left side. And that's kind of hard to see, but right where it's at there's two screw holes that you need to put two AM screws into to hold those hinges in. Alright, so that's that side. And then we'll okay. How the heck did I... Oh, you know what? I see what I did wrong. I just put the hood hinge in a left position instead of a right position. I make mistakes, so you don't have to. That was totally my mistake. I was working on the right hinge and I put the bracket in on the left side instead of the right side. So when you're putting them together, there's this little point. You want this to be facing the same direction as that point. That way it'll fit into the car the way it's supposed to. And I just had the hood hinge facing away from that point. All right, so we got those in. So what are those pieces for? I don't understand what these little L&R pieces are for. Left boot hinge reinforcement. 1 and 2. So the reinforcement tabs. Oh, I see those. Oh, okay, I see where those were supposed to go. So this is the right side. Boy, that's really loose on there. It doesn't really... But the magazine doesn't really show which way those little... Oh. Tiny little circle right there shows exactly how to put those reinforcements in. So I got this in here upside down. There's the bottom part is supposed to, I guess, touch the car, the base of the car. Kind of give it a little bit of firmness. I still just don't like how those screws are so tight or so loose. Yeah, there we go. That's better. And then this one goes on this side. They just got kind of like a little point that sits down on the sits down here on the base of the car, so that way I guess it just gives it a little bit of stability so it doesn't, wobble. That one's still loose too. There we go. All right. It almost looks like we're going to have to take this apart again. The trunk lid is supposed to have 2 pins in it, just like the front has. But I don't have those pins. Now either I didn't get those pins yet, or I missed those pins. But this whole back part of this trunk is going to have to come off to get those pins screwed in. Oh boy. Well, turn this thing upside down, actually, so we can get the trunk lid on here. And then I'm going to have to figure out whether I missed that part. I don't think I missed that part because it shows it there without them. So, again, there's stupidity for you. They have us put this rear clip all together, and then we got to go and take it apart just to put hood pins in, or trunk pins in. Oh, stupid, stupid, stupid. You should give us everything that we need right away, so that way we can get it done the way it's supposed to be done, instead of giving us, stupid little pieces like this that we're supposed to hold on to until they're needed. I don't think that... This hinge is lining up, but this one's not. I just wonder if I didn't tighten that hinge up enough. Can't really tighten it anymore. And it seems like there's more to this trunk than what we have. I mean, because there's like 3 holes here, and then it's almost like there's like a trunk liner that would go in here, and they didn't give that to us yet. So, well, you kind of get the gist of it. I'm going to work with this off camera to figure out why this lid's not going on there exactly right. So, because I mean, there's a huge gap here, and it's just thing just doesn't feel like it's fitting right. So I'll mess with that off camera. And anyhow, there's stage 25. Well, 25 and part of 26. Like I said, I'm still waiting for 23. That way I can finish off this door. Finish off the other door. And continue on from there. So, until then, I've been Ragnvald the Powerwork Builder. Thanks for watching.